So today is quite a few things happening. It's the Krishna Phuladola, Shri Parameshwari Das Thakur's disappearance day. It's Buddha Purnima today, appearance of Lord Buddha, and the appearance of Shri Radha Raman, and the appearance of Shri Madhavendra Puri as well, and the appearance of Shri Asakchai. So it's a very important day today. And we have Janki here, who knows a lot about Radha Ramanji. So maybe you would like to start, Janki?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so I think I think you've got a presentation, right?
Yeah, I'll just bring that up a little bit.
But maybe you can go through your presentation and
okay, and then you could add just jump in whenever you want to. Yeah,
sure.
So Gopal Bhatt Goswami, actually he went, sorry, go back.
Can't see the presentation. I think it's loading, so we stop sharing and then share again.
Okay. You can't see it?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right, okay.
I think if you have too many things open on PowerPoint, it might not do it.
Okay, can anyone see the presentation?
No.
Okay.
No, it just says you've started screen sharing, but there's nothing showing.
Okay, okay. Okay, so we had there was a devotee, Gopal Bhatt Goswami. He's one of the Goswamis. So he spent his time living in Vrindavan, doing kirtan, giving kathas and writing. And he chose to live at a place where Radharani experienced separation from Krishna, and he disappeared from the Ras Leela one time. And Mahaprabhu departed from this world, and in separation from Mahaprabhu, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami all fainted. And they saw a vision of Mahaprabhu where he told Rupa and Sanatana to worship Govind Dev and Madan Mohanji. And Madhu Pandit was worshipping Gopinath. Mahaprabhu told Gopal Bhatt to preach and go to the Gandaki River where he would find Shaligram Shilas. And the first of the 12 Shilas would be a Damodar Shila. Mahaprabhu said that he would always reside in this Shila. Gopal Bhatt Goswami traveled to Gandaki River, which is in Nepal, as per Mahaprabhu's instructions. And en route, he met Gopinath, a young boy who Gopal Bhatt initiated, realizing he is a pure devotee. At Gandaki River, Gopal Bhatt Goswami founded the Damodar Shila Mahaprabhu had mentioned, along with the other 11. So basically, Vishnu becomes Annapurna mountain, and the stones from this mountain fall from the Gandaki at Muktinath. And these stones are directly Vishnu, and they're known as the Shaligram Shila. And markings on these rocks are made by worms over time, and the Shilas are identified accordingly. So this is a little idea of Nepal, and we have the different rivers there. So they have the Kali Gandaki River, and Trishuli, Karnali. And this spot is the Annapurna mountain. So basically all the stones fall into this Gandaki River, which are the Shaligram Shila. And it's just a little idea of what the Gandaki River looks like in between the mountain and just top of the Annapurna mountain. And this is a Shaligram Shila that we have at home. As you can see, as the markings on here are for snake. So this is basically the Anantasesh Shila. And this is him decorated now. So we have, that's the Shila from the Gandaki River. And this Shila is from Dwarka, the Dwarka Shila. So we worship them as Krishna Balaram now. And Gopal Bhatt Goswami returned to Vrindavan and began worshipping the Shilas. So as you can see, he's worshipping the Shilas here. So Rupa Goswami was serving Govindaji. Sanatan was worshipping Madan Mohan. Madhu Pandit was worshipping Gopinathji. So Gopal Bhatt Goswami used to dress all those deities. And he adored the face of Govindaji and the chest of Gopinath and the feet of Madan Mohan. So he desired to worship a deity with all these features in one form. So one morning on Nrsimha Jayanti, which was yesterday, Gopal Bhatt Goswami was gifted many clothes and ornaments for his deity worship. So what happened was, Nrsimha Jayanti actually, there was a trader who came with lots of different outfits for deities, and for all the other deities as well. And he gave some outfits to Gopal Bhatt Goswami. So Gopal Bhatt Goswami was lamenting because he couldn't use any of the outfits because he didn't have any deities he could dress really. So this increased his desire to worship a deity. So all night long, Nrsimha Jayanti, after, during that night, he began crying to the Lord, saying that on this day he appeared from a pillar in the form of Nrsimha for Prahlad Maharaj. And his love, and because of his love, but for Gopal Bhatt Goswami, desires are unfulfilled because he's unable to have a deity of his own in the full form to worship and dress and adorn as he desired. All night long he was lamenting like this, I didn't have anything. Please appear just like you did for Prahlad Maharaj. He fell asleep crying, but was reassured by Krishna in a dream that his desires would soon be fulfilled. The next morning, Gopal Bhatt Goswami woke to find only 11 of the 12 Shilas when he went to do his morning puja. Then he realized his Damodar Shila had taken the beautiful form of Lord Krishna. And this deity had a face of Govindji, chest like Gopinath, and feet like Madan Mohanji, which is what his desire was. So this deity had manifested from the love of Gopal Bhatt Goswami. And the place where Gopal Bhatt Goswami chose for his bhajan is the spot where Krishna had disappeared from the Ras Leela. Radharani had experienced deep pangs of separation. So this is the exact place the deity self-manifested from the Damodar Shila. And the Goswamis, well, actually, here it says the Goswamis named the deity Radharaman. But I've heard another story that Radharani, when she was in the Ras Leela, she actually called Krishna Raman. And because it's at this place, that's why this deity got this name of Radharaman. And you can see here Gopal Bhatt Goswami looking after and worshipping Radharamanji. He's a very small deity. Radharamanji appeared after the Gopal Bhatt Goswami's deep love and desire. And Lord Chaitanya too wanted to remain in a manifest form after his departure from the world. So he explained that he would remain present in the Damodar Shila, and devotees take darshan of Krishna and Gaur in one form in Radharamanji. So this is Radharamanji. And actually, this is just before he goes to sleep, actually, because he's just in his coping, so you can see all the features of Radharamanji. So it says Gopal Bhatter Pranadana Hai, Jai Radharaman, Jai Radharaman. Radharaman is truly bound by love, and when Radharamanji manifested from the Damodar Shila, the original markings of the Shila appeared under his waist. So you can just see this marking here. It's like when Yashoda ties Damodar, and that's similar to that mark. Radharamanji is Radha and Krishna combined, and the temple still worships the holy name of Radha next to Radharamanji deity. So it's just Krishna. There's no deity of Murti of Radharani. It's in the form of the name. And then Gopal Bhatt Goswami asked the brother of his first disciple, Gopinath, his name Damodar, to get married and continue the lineage of the Goswamis who worship at the temple. So Damodar was initiated by Gopal Bhatt Goswami and given the name Damodar Das Goswami. Gopal Bhatt Goswami's Vijay. So I've got some other facts about Radharamanji. So as I said, Radharani actually called Krishna Raman during the Ras Leela. This name stuck, so this deity is called Radharaman as the Ras Leela took place in this area. Maha Abhishek takes place 2 times a year, on the appearance day, which is today, and on Janmashtami. And instead of midnight, it's done at 9 a.m. because they consider Radharamanji as a little small boy. On the appearance day, the Goswamis actually give gifts out to the devotees on behalf of Radharaman. And for all the Abhisheks, which take place every day, they use just Yamuna water, Yamuna Jal for his Abhishek. And we should clap 3 times when we come in front of Radharamanji to announce our arrival. Mangalarti is done at 5 a.m. in the summer. Oops, sorry, it's supposed to be 5:30 a.m. in the winter. And Abhishek is done not straight after Mangalarti, it's done an hour after Mangalarti, because they consider Radharaman a very young child, and it's done straight after brushing his teeth. Darshan of Radharamanji is like having darshan of Krishna, as this deity resembles Krishna the most, because, as I said, you know, his feet and his waist, chest and his face all resemble Krishna. There's 4 bhog offerings done each day. Yes, Prabhaben.
Hare Krishna, Mataji and Prabhuji. I'm just quickly asking this question. When you say Mangala Aarti is done 5 a.m. in the morning, and are you saying after the Aarti they do Abhishek to the god? Yeah,
1 hour after Mangala Aarti, yes.
And then do they do another Aarti again?
Yeah, so we'll come to the different Aartis in a minute, yes.
So she says after Abhishek.
I'm just thinking, Abhishek should be done before Aarti, but as it says, Mangala Aarti is done earlier.
Yeah.
And then they do Abhishek.
Yeah, then there's another Dhup Aarti done after that, yes.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
So there's 4 bhog offerings done each day. Bal Bhog, which is breakfast, Raj Bhog, which is lunch, Uttapan Bhog, which is the snack, Pyalu Bhog, which is dinner, and then hot milk, which is before sleeping. And there's a thing called Pulia and Pan given after each meal to Radharamanji as well. And Gopal Bhatt Goswami in 1542 started a fire by mantra, and this is still going today. It's still, you know, it hasn't gone off yet. And this is the fire that they use to cook his food. They don't use anything else apart from this. And they've found that there's no joints in this murti, it's just all one piece. And lots of scientists have also been astonished with this as well. And a different number of wicks used for each Aarti. So for Mangala Aarti, they use 3 wicks. For Dhup Aarti, 1 wick. Shringar Aarti, 5. Raj Bhog, 5. Dhup Aarti again, 1. Sandhya Aarti, 9. And then Sayan Aarti, 3 wicks. And for half an hour, Radharaman leaves the main altar each day to go to another room to have his meal, this is called the Bhog Mandi. And this Kulya Prasad, which is available only at this temple, it's like sweet rice, and it's given to Radharaman with each Bhog offering. And again, it's given out to devotees as well afterwards. And we can sometimes if you look at Radharamanji, you can see teeth. And so it is said that this only happens when Radha looks directly at Radharaman, but she's placed behind Radharaman. But when she's looking directly at him, he's smiling. That's why they say, you know, you can see his teeth only at that time. And there's a Giriraj Sheela who's in charge of the kitchen. And so the bhog is offered first to the Giriraj before offering to the Ramanji. And it's said that Giriraj actually makes everything okay for Radha Ramanji, you know, taste-wise. And they don't use potatoes, tomatoes, cabbage, cauliflower, peppers, and chilies in any of the offerings. So there's 2 lights on at the entrance door of the temple, a green light which indicates darshan is open, and red means there's no darshan not available at the moment. And after Abhishek on his appearance day and on Janmashtami, the Goswamis give blessings to Radha Raman, and he loves this. Again, this is not typical of temples, but here, you know, he loves that. He loves blessing from his devotees. And he uses different items on different festivals. On Dashera, he sits on an elephant. On Diwali, he plays chess. On Holi, which is played for a whole month, colors are thrown onto the devotees from the altar. And a Govardhan, a Gomata is brought before the Raman, and a Govardhan is made from cow dung. The standard of worship is very high, and Prabhupada adopted these standards in ISKCON. There's an Olu darshan, which happens just before the Raman goes to sleep. And this actually comes from Yashoda saying, Alai, when Krishna asks for food after coming back from the pastures. Radha Raman is dressed only in a kopin with no crowns or decorations. And this is similar to Radha Raman wearing cashew clothes after a hard day's work. So, you know, they take up all his finery and all the jewelry and sleeve a kopin, so he's, you know, ready to also to go to sleep. One day, Gopal Bhatt Goswami is lamenting about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because, you know, he'd left. The Radha Raman turned golden in color to appease Gopal Bhatt Goswami. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in his dream and told Gopal Bhatt Goswami that Radha Raman and he were non-different. And there's a Goswami called Dinesh Chandra Goswami. He plays his flute every night as a lullaby just before Radha Raman goes to sleep. Radha Raman ki jai. So Janki, you're welcome to add any pastimes or any stories about Radha Raman.
The presentation was really good, and I mean, some of those facts I've never heard of, so I think you really covered so much. But yeah, I think just that point on Dinesh Chandra Goswami, I heard that he once had a dream that said that he should do this flute seva every night, and that's the reason that he doesn't ever leave Vrindavan in the evenings, because of this dream that he had that Radha Ramanji or Krishna asked him to make sure that he's in Vrindavan every evening to play this flute lullaby. So since he had this dream, and I believe around the time that he had the dream, he wasn't very well. He was going through a health issue. So he had this dream during that time, and ever since then, he's never left Vrindavan, especially in the evening. If he has to go somewhere, I think he makes sure he's back by evening to do this seva. And I mean, over the years, he's always there. I think unless there's some reason health-wise or whatever, he can't be there. But it's an amazing seva that he's doing. And I think everyone feels that that's a very special kind of part of the mandir as well, because it's very rare you see something like that one person, it's not a seva which is split between people, it's one person who's taken this seva upon himself through one dream and that dedication that he has, and it's one person, you know, there's no one who can replace him. It's that the one who does that seva, so it's such a special relationship. He is one of the Goswamis from the family of the who serve Radha Raman as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any more nectar?
Just trying to think. So one of the things about Radha Raman Mandir is, so in the Vaishnav tradition we offer food to Krishna before we eat. And the way that we offer food is either by saying a mantra to allow Krishna to have the food, or we put that food in front of the deity of Krishna so that he can see and eat. Those are the two main ways that we offer food. So either we say a prayer or mantra to Krishna and say, please eat, or we physically put that item in front of him. But it's only, I think, in Radha Raman Mandir and the Shree Mandir in Govardhan, where the food is offered only by singing to Krishna. Exactly the menu of what he's eating. So there's different songs made for each time of the day, and he only eats when he's sung to. So the mantra won't do, just putting it in front of him won't do. He wants to be sung to before he eats. So every part of the day has a different song which is sung depending on what time of the day and what's on his menu. And it's only when that song is sung that Radha Raman will eat. So in the evening, for example, it says, Doodh bhog lagave, because he's having that evening milk. But if it's his dinner time, the song says, like, Tatta jalebi sarasa imarati kachori, it has all the words written in Braj Bhasha of what he's having. And he does have a set menu as well. So at different times of the day, he has that different things that he eats. And I think there's like 8-9 songs just about his menu, his daily menu of what he eats. So even the ban which he has at the end of the day, there's a song even to offer that to him. And there's Bhajan Seva, which goes on throughout the day at Radha Raman Mandir. But no matter who's doing Bhajan Seva, everyone has to stop when Radha Raman's eating time comes. Because at that time, the priority is to sing him the song for his bhog, to offer that. So even if someone's doing a kirtan, they will have to stop that kirtan if the darshan closes for that particular bhog and they have a book there, and they will have to pick up that book and sing that bhog song. And if they don't know it, they will have to pass on to someone who's there who can sing that. But there tends to be someone who's around all day who's very expert in these food buds. And all these buds have been written by, I think, I've got it written down, but the poet name is Gunamanjari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gopal Bhatt in Manjari Bhav. Oh,
exactly. Yeah. But I'm not sure. I've forgotten the history of how the poems came about, but the poems are kind of signed off as Gunamanjari. I think, if I'm correct. I might need to check that point actually. But along with the food buds, there was a lot of other buds written as well. So yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing. Anything else? Anybody else? Okay, so we can stop. Radha Raman.